Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. As people continue to battle the triple-demic, more stores are running out of cold and pain relief medicine. Big Fox's Josh Feldberg tells us what alternatives you have to fight off the viruses.
As flu season begins to hit its peak and both the COVID-19 and RSV viruses continue to infect our communities, drugstores and medicine aisles are full of empty shelves. What can you do to help care for those that are sick? The first thing you can do is avoid getting sick. The Chemung County Health Department offered some helpful ways you can limit your exposure to the illnesses.
I think are tried and true public health strategies. Definitely stay home when you're sick. Definitely wash your hands. The flu vaccine. In addition, there's still a benefit to some social distancing.
According to the Steuben County Public Health Department, flu numbers continue to be high and widespread throughout the county and state. The department has stopped tracking positive COVID cases. However, the CDC did move the community risk level to low from the medium level for the first time in months. If you can't find cold and pain relief medicine in the stores, here are some suggestions to help those who are sick. Cold and lukewarm baths help reduce fevers. Drink plenty of fluids, and for younger children, popsicles and Pedialyte are good alternatives. With New Year's weekend just around the corner, the health departments are asking for the community to be careful when attending gatherings and follow safety measures to avoid spreading the viruses. Josh Feldberg, Big Fox News, Southern Tier.
Chemung County legislators are at odds over a discussion of raises for themselves. Chemung County Executive Chris Moss vetoed a law that would give 8 members of the county legislature 4% raises beginning next year. A meeting is being held tonight to discuss a way to override the veto. The Corning Rotary Club has raised upwards of $8,000 for the Ukraine Humanitarian Fund. The Ukraine Humanitarian Fund funds communities and individuals who need urgent support. The funds were raised during the Rotary's holiday evening event, the first of the season. Along with a play performed by local students, a Ukrainian exchange student presented a speech at the fundraiser. New Year's Eve is almost here. Our Maggie Hall brings us a New Year's Eve hosting how-to with some area hostesses.
The holidays are a hectic time for hosts, so today I collaborated with hospitality expert Laurel Griffith over at the Radisson and some local hostesses to bring you a New Year's Eve hosting how-to. A top recommendation is that you don't have to plan every detail.
As far as don'ts, I would just say really overscheduling and having a plan for every single minute.
But a little planning can go a long way.
A couple do's that I always try to make sure is lay out a list.
As far as drinks go, Laurel prepared an easy-to-make cocktail and mocktail you can enjoy right at home.
So for our gin drink, our whimsical waiting for it to drop, I chose that because it's fun, it's simple, it's only 3 ingredients. And as far as our mocktail, it's a pomegranate white grape sparkling drink with pomegranate seeds. I mean, it's great for kids.
For a full tutorial on the whimsical waiting for it to drop cocktail, visit our Facebook page.
Small bites are always easier than planning a big meal because we never know when people will arrive if they're late. We don't want to stress about that on top of everything else.
Well, for myself, I love to have people bring the food they like so that I'm guaranteed that everybody has something that they enjoy eating.
If you don't want to host this year, the Radisson and Laurel will do it for you and a +1. They'll be hosting a New Year's Eve special package with dinner, champagne, and live music. To all the hosts and guests out there, have a very happy New Year. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Corning.
A new phone scam has emerged. Authorities are warning locals against scammers calling and claiming to be NYSEG workers. The caller demands you switch your payment for the service within the next 30 minutes or your electricity will be turned off. The caller uses threatening pressure tactics to try and convince victims to give away personal and financial information. If you receive one of these calls, immediately hang up and report the number to your local non-emergent police department number. Cornell University has received $400,000 to provide a dairy industry training course and online dairy science and sanitation class to its students. The money comes from an announcement by Governor Hochul that $6 million worth of grant money has been distributed to several projects across the state. The governor's office says the grants will support the training of workers in the fields of advanced manufacturing, information technology, and film and television. Congressional lawmakers are weighing in after the Supreme Court blocks the Biden administration from ending Title 42. Lucas Tomlinson has more from Washington, D.C.
Many lawmakers are sounding relieved that Title 42 will stick around for the coming months in an effort to bar some migrants from entering the country. But new data shows its use has been declining since President Biden took office. For Republicans taking over the majority in the House of Representatives, one of their top priorities will be shoring up the southern border.
Tracy, you have to start by securing the border. And all this talk of immigration reform, I think that's great. But in my eyes, immigration reform starts with border security.
Encounters with migrants along the southern border is now 5 times greater than just 2 years ago. The Washington Post reports Title 42 was only used in roughly 30% of border arrests last month, the lowest rate since March 2020 at the start of the COVID pandemic. Under the Trump administration, the Border Patrol used Title 42 to expel more than 80% of border crossers. The rate began falling after President Biden took office.
Enforce the laws that are already on the books, remain in Mexico, return people back via repatriation flights. You turn those 2 programs back on, and this crisis gets cut in half nearly instantly.
The costs are going up as well. The city of El Paso alone spent nearly $10 million this year to handle the influx of migrants. Some Democrats from districts along the southern border want the Biden administration to do more.
So the administration just can't say, Congress, do the immigration reform. They have the power to do policy right now, but they just, quite honestly, I think the Homeland Security Department is struggling with some of the more progressive White House staffers, and I hope Homeland wins this particular fight.
Republican lawmakers have pledged to bring President Biden's DHS secretary to Capitol Hill for hearings on the southern border. In Washington, Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
Brazilian soccer legend Pelé has died. He won a record 3 World Cups, becoming one of the best-known athletes in the world. He was named FIFA's Player of the Century in 2000 and set numerous records, including the youngest player to score at the World Cup and most career goals in world football. Pelé has been battling cancer, and his family had gathered to be with him for Christmas as he entered elevated care at a hospital. He was 82 years old. Your complete forecast is next. Plus, a look at how much Southwest Airlines cancellations are costing its customers. Stay with us.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
It was a gorgeous December day with sunshine around and temperatures climbing well within those 50s, even flirting with the mid to upper 50s, which again could be possible as we head into our Friday forecast. Now, note that there will be some times of some increasing cloud cover as we head into our Friday. Overall, still we'll see some areas of sunshine, but we stay on this very mild trend. We only look at our temperatures to fall into those lower 30s, which this is our average high for this time of the year. We also note that we have those calmer southerly winds, but we'll note that that forecast stays pretty similar into our Friday. Again, a little cloudier at times, but still warm. We even may have a few chances to see some isolated 60s for high temperatures pop up across the area, which is going to edge its way near some record temperatures for southern New York. Now, we will turn to, though, some rainy conditions for our Saturday, which will keep temperatures a degree or 2 cooler, as we know that these rainy conditions will be associated with a frontal system, so some slight cooling into the new year will also also be noted, but note that it's expected to be some light accumulation. So not a washout New Year's Eve, but going to want to factor in at least battling some of those showers throughout the day. So if you have some of those maybe special outfits that you want to keep dry, make sure to have that raincoat or that umbrella on hand. Now, as we head into the new year, although there might be a little pullback in the temperatures, we're still staying well above average into the new year with another chance for more 50s as we head into next week. Now, rolling into our Friday, we note that we have at least some areas of sunshine, allowing for those temperatures to flirt with the 60-degree threshold. 59 is on the board. Elmira was at least climbing to about 55 degrees today. Now, as we head to the forecast, note that you're going to see some sporadic showers develop. There is a low that is going to be working its way across portions of the Midwest, and that might be able to send some showers. For the most part, again, more sunshine than not. A lot of that is going to be confined off towards most of the Great Lakes before we'll see there's your frontal system as we head into Saturday morning with some of those showers. And I mean showers. It's going to be very light. As we look at accumulation potential, it stays under about 1/10 of an inch. So again, not a washout forecast, but something to factor in as we will have those rain showers throughout the day on Saturday. So Friday with that sunshine, as mentioned, everybody's climbing into those 50s. We even see Wayland up to 56 degrees, Corning around 57, Elmira at 59 degrees. We'll head into that Saturday forecast with that more overcast sky and those showers in place, which will suppress those temperatures into those 40s, but still more than 10 degrees above that average, which is 35 degrees. Now, Saturday evening is our New Year's Eve forecast, where we'll see that we have that rainfall in place, but it's going to be very light and showery, just spotty light showers, as temperatures though still stay mild, even ringing in the new year with temperatures into the mid-40s. Not too bad. We've definitely seen flips in that forecast before. Now, we'll keep a few showers lingering on Sunday, not expecting much for accumulation. A little bit cooler into those 40s through Monday, but then more warmth, but rain will take over much of next week's forecast.
Well, tweets are flying again after a global outrage. Champagne prices are popping, and the adult beverage industry sees opportunity beyond dry January. CJ Papa has today's business briefs.
Twitter is back online after suffering a major global outage Wednesday. Tens of thousands of users were unable to access the site for several hours. It was the platform's first disruption since Elon Musk took over, happening the same day the billionaire CEO sparked strong reactions with a new policy. He tweeted the site will follow the science, which necessarily includes reason questioning of the science. Musk also tweeting, anyone who says that questioning them is questioning science itself cannot be regarded as a scientist. Wine and champagne prices popping ahead of Saturday's celebrations. The average cost of a bottle of wine already rose almost $5 since last year, thanks to inflation. The average price of champagne reportedly rose from $50.09 to $55.58 from 2021 to 2022. The senior editor of Wine Spectator says partygoers face a perfect storm. And next month may be the perfect time to take part in dry January because non-alcoholic drinks are more popular than ever. Giving up alcohol for the first month of the year is a growing trend, and new data suggests there will be a 24% growth in non-alcoholic offerings through 2026. Many beer companies are coming out with new products to give people the same taste without the alcohol. That's business. I'm CJ Papa.
Electric vehicles may have surpassed a key marker in 2021, with new legislation adding to the future of buying them more easily. A Kelley Blue Book report says electric vehicles accounted for 5.6% of all new vehicles sold last year. 5% marks a likely threshold for more public adoption. In 2022, there were 26 EVs on the market. Electric vehicles also became faster charging with longer driving range as well. The Inflation Reduction Act also changed eligibility for consumer tax credits. As Southwest cancels flights across the country, many passengers are left picking up the tab as they look to find a new way home. Karma Dickerson reports.
75% of Southwest flights through Sacramento International Airport canceled. For the third day in a row, the overwhelming majority of the carrier's planes and passengers were going nowhere, with rebookings not available for days.
It was shocking. Like, January 2nd seems like a long time away.
So Austin Jackson was left trying to decide what to do with his family of 4 for 6 days before Southwest could rebook their flight to Austin. He says all the airline offered was a hotel voucher.
Everything else has to be out of pocket. So if we want the car, we have to pay out of pocket for that. Food, out of pocket.
That's more than what some people were being offered. We observed people being told they would be reimbursed for costs and not being offered vouchers. After getting stuck in Las Vegas, the only voucher Kate and Mark Reuter were offered was for a return trip to the airport to pick up their luggage, which had not arrived in Sacramento.
We were told that basically keep track of all our receipts for our hotel, for the toiletries we had to buy, for our Uber to and from the hotel.
According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, passengers should not be coming out of pocket for some of these costs. In a tweet yesterday, the agency said Southwest Customer Service Plan commits the airline to providing meal vouchers and hotels where available to passengers who are experiencing significant delays and cancellations. Southwest Customer Service Plan says in part, we will arrange lodging accommodations upon request if available, or will honor reasonable requests for reimbursement for lodging accommodations. If the lodging accommodation we arrange does not provide shuttle service to or from the airport, we will offer a voucher upon request or honor reasonable requests for reimbursement for ground transportation.
Frankly, I'm looking for them to go above and beyond that. They need to be proactively offering these and other ways to take care of passengers.
Jackson said the airline has not done that for his family.
They need to help more with upfront arrangements. Right after Christmas and taking a week-long vacation, it's not really in the cards to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000.
The CEO of Southwest Airlines briefly addressed the issue of passenger costs in a Tuesday video statement.
Teams are working on all of that, processing refunds, proactively reaching out and taking care of customers who are dealing with costly detours and reroutes. It's just a few examples.
Worried at all that they might not reimburse you for everything?
Yes. It shouldn't take an enforcement action from our department in order to get people taken care of or get them their money back. But if that's what it takes, of course we're ready to do it.
It's unclear how long it will actually take for passengers to be reimbursed. In Sacramento, Carmen Dickerson, Fox 40 News.
Still ahead, a new poll looks at what people are looking for in the perfect president. A new poll shows what Americans want in an ideal president, from age to gender to military background, and some of it might surprise you. Carolyn Shively reports from Washington.
If political parties could conjure up the ideal candidate, a new USA Today Suffolk University poll could be their guide. The poll suggests that Americans want a president who is the age of George W. Bush in 2001, has the political background of Bill Clinton in 1993, and the military experience of Jimmy Carter in 1977. According to this poll, what they don't want in 2024 is Joe Biden or Donald Trump.
I think real questions have been raised about both of them running, and I think the country, when you ask them, do you want Biden to run or do you want Trump to run, they say no to both.
Half of the respondents say the ideal age for a president is 51 to 65. A quarter want a younger president, aged 35 to 50. Only 8% said 66 to 80 is the ideal age. Trump is 76 and President Biden turned 80 last month. But if not them, then who?
A lot of those Republicans who had said, I won't run if Trump is going to run, now they're going quiet, or they're sending out little messages that they may get in.
Gavin Newsom has said that he doesn't think that he's going to run for president. But, as we know, politicians love to say that, and then they actually love to run for president.
55% of respondents said gender doesn't matter. But for those who had a preference, they wanted a man in the Oval Office by a ratio of 2 to 1. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Artificial intelligence is helping designers create clothes of the future. Gary Baumgarten takes a special look at the software that could be behind your next outfit.
The latest trend in fashion? Artificial intelligence. It's all thanks to a new program called Ada, software developed by researchers in Hong Kong that's helping designers create clothing of the future.
I think the face covering is definitely alien-like and exciting.
So how does it work? Designers can upload sketches of clothing along with samples of materials in various colors to Ada. Within seconds, the program uses image recognition technology to create dozens of potential looks inspired by what the designer uploaded.
The rationale of developing Ada is not to use AI replacing designers. What we are talking about is AI is just a supporting tool for the fashion designers. Designers and AI can work together to come up with the final collection.
Creators agree, citing how the tool is already helping them save time while exploring new possibilities with their designs.
I think in the designing process, Ada might in fact inspire me to think about some styles that I don't often use in my design, and things I don't always do. However, it's me who has the final say.
Earlier this month, 14 designers showcased more than 80 outfits created with the help of Ada. The software is currently available throughout Europe and Asia. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
We'll be back right after this. And hey, we want to leave you with a smile. Next summer, Villains will be taking over Universal Studio. The theme park announced its newest attraction, VillainCon Minion Blast, will put guests' villainous skills to the test against the most popular supervillains from the Minions franchise. The game-like ride will also be accompanied by a Minion Cafe and the current Despicable Me Minion Mayhem ride in Universal's new Minion Land. I'm Harriet Wallace. Thanks for watching.